today. It's just unbelievable how silver has exploded in this month over the last 4 weeks, and nobody was expecting it. Everybody, like even the experts were expecting the silver to hit $60 by the end of 2025, but today it has been like smashing newer and newer highs every day. And in December, it just has made like more than 40% gain, like more than 40% in even just in December, over the last 4 weeks. And I don't know, I'm just checking if I'm able to, it's just doing the test stream to see. And it's like a great day. Nobody expected it to be like that, going like so wild, but things are changing around the world. And just like there are supply deficits and huge demand because of there is huge industrial demand. And the thing that that someone, I think Rick Rule said that the cure for high prices is higher price. So that's what is happening. People, when something is cheaper, they don't like to buy, and when it gets expensive, more and more expensive, it becomes more worthy, and everybody wants to buy it. And this is what is happening with silver. When it was like in $11 range, and even after $30 range, nobody paid attention to silver. It was considered cheap, and now when it has crossed, like I think even after crossing $40, people were it grabbed everybody's attention. And now we see it. I'm also surprised to see. I'm surprised and also excited. I mean, even though I don't have a lot, like like huge silver holding, but it looks it's still exciting to see how the price has moved in the last 4 weeks. And I'm just looking for the next opportunities. What should we do? What should investors do? Given that this has reached such a high value, in price. And gold also has made a new all-time highs. It's like has hit $4,500. So yeah, and over the year, like in how much was it? Like 1 year again. So 1 year was like 70, I think maybe around 80%. And we can see that last peak was here was $4,380, and after that it corrected to $3,886. Okay. And after that it has now that was like a consolidation phase in October. From October 2025, which was 20th October until 28th October. It was basically a 1 week correction, and it was quite sharp, where gold went from $4,381 to $3,886. Okay. And now we are seeing is just breaking this record. So the way it's trading, it looks like maybe is going to be hitting $5,000 very soon. Okay. And we are seeing already silver is following gold, and a lot of videos. I don't know if I'm able to hear it, because I was just have been planning to do this live streams for a long time, but because of my health issues, I have been like stuck in many things, and I wasn't able to like do that. But I thought, okay, today, um, as silver is like really like the move in silver has been really you know exciting, and I thought, okay, maybe just do a live stream to track the silver prices as is making this new all-time highs towards this a day before Christmas. It's like a Christmas gift for silver and gold, silver stackers, silver investors. So yeah. And the thing is, future price, where is it going to be? Where the price, what are we going to expect in the next near term future? Okay, so this was the target that has already been broken. This first we were waiting for $50. First we were waiting for this $50 price, which was like a long-term resistance. So if you see this all-time high like historical chart here, so what happened, that this was the like huge resistance there around $48-49. And when we are seeing this resistance pattern, and going back to the moves in like 70s, the first time it was making high was from $70. In 1970 it was like $1.50, and so from 1972 to 1980 was like a sharp peak which happened like in few months. This from 70 from like $5, the base was here around $4. So from $4 it went to $48. It's like 12x move. And that time the 12x move was when there was no internet, no social media. This was just 12x move without all these things. So what can happen nowadays, where things are spreading so fast, as we have seen in the past, like especially since 2020, that market has been moving really, really, really fast. Okay, so every and then that's, I think, social media is contributing a lot in that kind of huge moves. So it was like silver was being suppressed for so long. Sorry, but the reality is that there has been like supply deficit for the last, at least for the past like 5 years. Okay, and I have watched videos about that, and there is charts and data to support this reality, that every year there has been so there is like a supply deficit that has been going on for like many like several years, but still the price was being suppressed through these paper contracts. And finally we were waiting for this thing to happen, to cross this $49, which was like a mental resistance. Like if we see in terms of technical analysis, we just see, okay, this was a peak. Okay, this was a peak in like back in 2011 was when it hit 49, like it's crossed $49 it was in 2011. Okay, and then even in 2011 internet was not that common. It was a long story, but now we can see much like explosive rally in silver and also silver mining stocks. Okay, so even if we say the minimum of this 12x move was in when there was no internet, and now we have all this, so we can expect at least 12x minimum 12x move if we just follow this technical pattern. I was watching a video by Bill Holter, and he said that if you want to know how high a silver can go, then go back to 1980s move, and this 1980s move is like 12x move from this price, like from 78, which was the base was like $4 in 1978, and then in by the beginning of 1980 it had hit that spike, but it was a spike, you see. And we also see this pattern that after seeing that spike, it just went back to it crashed back to like in this range, like $13 range, but that thing is that the dynamics have changed from that time to this time, and during that period there was plenty of silver available, but now because we have huge industrial demand, as we know that silver is being used in every sector of the economy. There is huge industrial demand, there is huge investment demand, and so silver is like really being treated as as I would say money. Like all these nations, eastern nations are using like silver and resources to settle their trades. And now that we see that banks and the eastern people are moving towards gold-backed currencies, and systems are being set up to support that digital transactions, gold-backed currencies. So we would see silver going much higher. And as we know that the gold to silver ratio used to be average gold to silver ratio. I would see this chart here. Okay, so average gold to silver ratio has been like it used to be around like $40, but see, let's say if it was the lowest, the chart I'm showing here is from 1998. Okay, so this one was 39 and 43 was the lowest, and this was the here we see 31 was the lowest. So and so technically saying that, and this was like highest gold to silver ratio was highest in during this March, March 2000. Okay, I think it was no March, not March 2000, it was March 2020, like 5 years ago. So where silver was trading in $11 range, so silver was being crushed at that time, silver price through like paper contracts. But then we have seen it went down to 62.5 gold to silver ratio, and then in the coming years it is spiked again to one more than like $106. Okay. So we are seeing this chart. I'm using trading view for my charting. Usually I use this for most of my charting, but then also have like trading dashboard provided by my what's that called, my broker. Okay, so they have their own trading app. That's a pro version of it. But then for most of the general, for my general charting tool, I have been using TradingView for a very long time. So yeah, I'll just attach price label to this one. So yeah, this was like in 20 in this year. Earlier this year it was 107, and now currently gold to silver ratio is $62.5. Okay. What can we expect? This is like showing based on the current data, but based on physical supply of silver versus physical supply of the gold. This traditional there is like this, that physical ratio is 7 to 1. So which means that for every ounce of gold, the physical if there is like 7 ounces of silver physically available, underground, like mined and unmined both, including reserves and resources and the mined silver. So that's includes everything, which means that if there is a shortage, and there is real silver shortage, so what will happen? It will keep. And now that people are realizing, now that mainstream media is realizing that silver is becoming more rare, and it has huge industrial demand in AI, data centers, solar panel, military uses, and other industrial uses, is becoming more and more rare. And as Bill Walter say, it will become unobtainium soon. It's already happening. So there is only like certain limited supply of silver, and it will be completely it will become of course the people are working on exploration, but even that was not economical before with lower silver prices. But now that silver is going up, the people and miners will spend more money on exploration to discover new resources. That will happen given that silver price remains higher, and it will, the way it is going, I believe it will stay high. Okay, so yeah, I'll update the price of label of this one or two. So that's the latest one, 72.69. That's the one we have. Okay, so back to the thing. Yeah, so what we are expecting based on the old historical patterns, 12x gain. So 12x gain, if we see from this point, which is $11.6, so 12x mean 11.6. Yeah, so it's like more than $100, like close to $140-$150. So we can see from here, I'm not seeing this like correction. So I'm just seeing this, checking this like based on this bottom price, base price. So it's like $150-$200. Silver is really, I would say, given this price pattern, if everybody was unsure, like even I wasn't thinking that it will go it will move so rapid, like so fast. It will be so explosive, silver prices, and it is happening. We are seeing it in front of our eyes. Okay, so we are seeing it. Okay, so that's the thing. And based on this, what are we expecting? So silver, at this one investment is silver. You can just buy silver, physical silver, and even though it looks expensive, like last time when I didn't buy a lot, I just bought maybe 10 ounces, I think, not 10 ounces, I think maybe 20-30 ounces of silver altogether recently. So first was like last year, somewhere around when it was like a year ago, like 2024 or 2023, I think it was like $25-$30 range. That was my I would say that was my first silver purchase. Okay, I didn't never bought silver. I mean, maybe some in some jewelry form, but not when I like I it looked so cheap that I didn't buy. Like most Indian people, they are more into gold because that was the thing. So gold, yeah, gold, like people think that gold is the actual, used to think that gold is the actual investment, uh, but now that gold has become so expensive, and um, gold has become so expensive that people have started buying silver. Okay, so like 20 years ago, in this range, in around 2000, in early 2000, it was like $300 gold used to be, and it was at that time affordable. People could still buy gold, and when it was like 20 years ago. So but nowadays, um, is even, I don't know, it's not like gold looks so expensive, because the reason of gold being looking expensive is that average wages is like wage deflation. Even people are not getting paid fairly, I would say. Most of the majority of the people, in back in 2020, a person who would, with a moderate income, could have could afford, like, I think, I would say, how much, maybe like an ounce of gold. With, like, I'm not talking about Western countries, I'm so talking about countries like India, Pakistan, like, those the Eastern countries. And even a person with average, like average income could buy multiple ounces of gold that period. And now it has become so bad that people are not getting paid. Not just not even back, like in Eastern countries, but even in Western, like Canada, people cannot afford, and it's like, not being paid fairly. So it's like gold is becoming so expensive. If people even have to think 10 times, for most people, like, who is earning, let's say in Canada, who is earning, like, gold is currently, how much is it, like, today, it is like 4,500. So how many people, there are not many people are earning 4,500, which is uh like 6 to $7,000 a month. Not many people are even earning that much in Canada. So, and on top of that, this housing has become so expensive over the last few years, like especially rental accommodation, and even then house prices have become so expensive that people cannot afford to buy gold and sell gold. Okay, cannot. If it's not even easy to pay the rent, rent in Canada, everywhere, it's like rent for a average, like 2 bedroom small house, like 1,000 square feet house, has gone up to more than, it has been stabilized a little bit, but it is around 3,000 more, plus 3,000 plus. Okay, and if you want to have a nice house, nice full size family house, rent a house, because buying is not an option. The properties that used to be like $300,000 range, Canadian dollar I'm talking about, like in 2008. So it's like 20 years ago. So a house would cost like $300,000, like 300 to 400,000, and those houses have become like 2 million plus. The same for properties like $2 million. And that's why they have the owners have increased rents in Canada. Okay, so average rent for a 3 bedroom house is like $3,500. And if you want to buy a like 4 bedroom house, a nice full house, like a full a house, a single family house, and that's 5,000 plus, 5,600. So with that type of expenses, those type of expenses, and not people are not average family making like, see, if I would say like $5,000 is not. I'm not sure if no, I don't think that people are making $5,000, $6,000. So in order to survive in Canada and even US, you need a family income must be above like at least $10,000 a month, okay, and which not many people are making, okay. So that's the big dilemma, okay, and that's why people cannot, people think 50 times before buying a gold. But now I am seeing another trend. Last years, I think years ago, few years ago, the only type of gold you could buy with this metals, what is that, precious metal dealers, or like even banks do that in Canada, or maybe they do it in the US too. So banks sell, like in Canada, TD has this precious metal division. They sell gold, and they have website to sell gold and silver. So before, it used to be like the minimum people could buy maybe half an ounce or an ounce of gold, and then 5 ounce, 10 ounce. Like nowadays, it's in you can buy fractional. Fractional mean like very, very small, like 1 gram gold. So which means that even a person cannot like afford to buy the whole ounce, you can still buy fractional gold. So that's the change I have seen in the last, I think I noticed this last year, or at least last year, or maybe it has been that has a recent change in the in the precious metal, physical metal side, gold and silver too. So that's why because people want to grab this opportunity of huge return, because other assets are not offering that much like return. So what will people do eventually? They cannot buy gold, so what will they do? Most of them, they would buy silver rather, okay, because it's affordable. It's still affordable, and which will make it like now people will shift to investing in silver and like fractional gold, if they still think that gold is still worthy. And gold is worthy because like a long time ago, you think that we were thinking, okay, like $1,200 gold is expensive, okay, 3,000 gold is expensive, and now it's 4,500 in US dollar, okay. And then in Canadian, of course, it's above like above $6,000, I think. Yeah. So so that's the thing. It's expensive. So what is there's that question. I'm watching videos everywhere that what people should do now. They should they take profits, or what should they do? So I mean, personally, I'm not. Because I believe that Israeli is going to be much explosive, and there is still a lot more room for it to go up. So I think this is not just the point to exit, okay, or take profit. So I'll just watch. Even let's say for my strategy, if I have an asset, like most of my assets are. I would not say most of my asset, but I have I'm invested in heavily invested in precious like silver mining sector, and also some gold mining stocks, okay. So which I have I have discussed those before, but not I don't own all of them, but I just discuss for just to for educational purpose on my channel. So but I also own maybe half of those stocks at least, okay. And then there are other. So what I was going to say, so what are we going to do? So for me, silver is still an opportunity, and the reason actually I bought physical silver was actually inspired by like people like Bill Holter, and especially Bill Holter, and then Lynette Zhang also. And the reason that there was a factor of fear, like what will happen if the system goes down, what will happen if there is no way to pay back, what will happen if the paper currency is will be totally trashed, and you will only have the only way you will be able to trade will be silver. I don't know if that kind of thing is going to happen, but anyway, that was my main motivation behind buying silver. Not for it basically for that purpose. So for example, like 20 to 30 ounce of gold was it's worth like 1 month of groceries or something like that. Right now I haven't calculated how much is it worth. I mean, let's say 30 ounce. So 30 ounce is like 2100 US dollars. So 2100 in Canadian, you can say like 2100 multiplied by 1.4, so it's like $3,000. So it's it's worth like 1 month of grocery, like close to, or worth like 1 month of rent. So that's like 30 ounce of silver for now. But let's say it goes up, as we are anticipating that, like if it goes to if we suddenly, and we are hearing about I'm watching videos about this reset, that system reset is underway. So what that means, that there will be is gold and silver are already moving towards that direction of being revalued. Okay, and what will happen, that when the revaluation will happen, the price can go much higher. They will let the price run, and it is happening because there is another, I think everybody knows this, especially people who are invested in gold and silver sector. They know this banks and major banks who were manipulating silver prices through paper contracts. And now they had to close their short positions because there was not enough silver, physical metal, to back their contracts. Okay, so because why? Because before people used to settle in cash. But now Eastern nations, and even Western nations have started to demand physical delivery. So what will happen if there have a lot of huge amount of physical or say paper silver or paper gold, and the people are demanding deliveries? How will they deliver if they don't have silver and gold to deliver for delivery? So that's why people are realizing that it's just fake. Paper market is fake, artificial. And so even the big banks like JP Morgan, that have closed their short positions, and now they have bought tons and tons, a huge amount of silver, physical silver. I don't remember the exact number, but I think I will share it later on. I'm just talking just out of what is in my brain, okay, right now. No script, nothing, so just talking. Okay, so I don't know if my stream is going live and if somebody is watching it not, but the thing is, I'm not seeing even that. I'm just doing this live recording. I'm doing recording at the same time. So and the way I'm running, I don't want my streaming dashboard to come interfere with my recording. So that's why I'm just not going to look who is doing this Maybe I should, there should be an if option to check that on my dashboard, but yeah, but I haven't set that up yet to see if there is any chats or anything like that in my live stream. But anyway, yeah, I don't have my chat window open here in my recording screen. But anyway, what I was talking, so I may not be able to reply to chats if somebody is sending any message or anything like that. Just it was just a test stream, and it just happened out of excitement seeing the silver prices, even though I have mentioned in my one of my recent videos, that I have been going through some serious health issues, and yeah, I'm trying to deal with, I'll not discuss about that, because that just talking about that is makes me more like, what say, sad. So I will not talk about that. I'm just talking about silver for now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this excitement in silver market motivated me to just do a live stream for now. So I hope I can continue it and continue updating with new ideas and things like that. But this was just like a impulsive kind of unplanned a stream. Okay, so I hope it's going well. The way silver is trading now, I think that very soon, just in December, last 4 weeks, it has made like 40%. It has gained 40%. Okay, so what can we expect? Like, say, 1 month gain. So it's like 44% since the beginning. Since it is, what is it showing? Since November 2025. Okay, and yeah, so in the last 30 days. Okay, so it has gained like 44%. And of course, because this is so wild, so volatile, we can expect huge correction from huge price correction. So like what happened in there when silver hit $53, $54 in October, and then from $54 it went to $46. So this was like, it's like 20%. It was close to 20% correction from that point. So we can expect this 15 to 20% correction any time, but given that we had seen in 46, and let's say from 46 it goes to 100%, so 46 to 100% mean that is $90. It could go to $90, and then from $90 it will maybe go back. If it goes to it gets 20% correction, then it will go back to $70. So what does it mean? That if it stays bullish the same way it is going now, we can expect 20% correction from the recent lows, which was in this case, in the recent, this for this leg, which is started from 46, 45, $45 in October, in from since $45 on October 28th. So 45, so if it doubles, it goes to like $90 at least, maybe 100. So yeah, like if it's 1 point, if it is like 161 Fibonacci extension, then it will become even higher. Okay, so yeah, so we can expect this kind huge move. Everybody is anticipating it. So, and now we can see it clearly that is happening, and once it is in this parabolic mode, it's hard to it will keep going like this. Okay, It will not keep going like this forever. There will be correction and it will be volatile. So that people have to keep in mind. Okay, volatility. It has, even like today, when I was watching it, started watching. It was like below, like it was approaching. It was approaching $70. Okay, and now not $70. When I started watching like a few hours ago, okay, so a few hours ago it was close to it was like 71 range, and now in this few hours it has gone to it has peaked to this price. Okay, so now yeah, so first, yeah, so next what is that uh, people will think that okay, silver is becoming expensive, gold has become expensive, or maybe we should take profit. But then once they take profit, they will realize that okay, it is not stopping, it's going higher and higher. So that still I have to analyze what is the best time to take profit. I don't think it's right now. Usually these seasonal like rallies, even in the past, they seasonal rallies usually start during this November, and then there are bumps, and then they keep going until March or April. So I am hoping that maybe we have few more months, okay, until maybe March or April. And what will be the driver of the rally? Of course, there are many drivers to move the prices higher, given that everybody knows these news of like forced shutdown of CME exchange like a few weeks ago, and then exchanges running out of metals, people demanding physical deliveries, huge industrial demands, all those factors, huge investment demands. Okay, and then in eastern countries, like huge jewelry demand. So all those factors are contributing to the higher silver prices, and also gold is also high here, going higher and higher. So because gold, even though it was not of people generally didn't know, but gold is actually the monetary metal. Okay, and now governments are trying to back their currencies by gold. Okay, so both will have potential to go much higher. And I was watching a video by Jim Rickards, okay, recently, that was posted yesterday, and I think I'll post a clip about that soon to one of my channels. So the new one channel that I have is gold silver investing, but the channel handle is gold silver mining. Okay, that's a yeah, so I'm working on posting interviews, like more, the more is better to be aware, and it's better to be educated, better to learn from different opinions. Okay, so that's why that was the motivation behind making that another channel. And yeah, so and also to keep myself busy, so I don't think about other issues like health issues. That's the major issue for me right now. So just keeping busy is the way I have chosen, keeping myself busy in things like this, which is good. Okay, so yeah, okay, so what next? Okay, so yeah, in terms of buying, should you buy or should you sell? I would say I would not buy. I would not sell. Sorry, not I would not sell any of my gold and silver, and even mining stocks now. I feel like there is still, it has still room to run, and there will be. How high it will go in short term. I mean, short term in the next few months, it could. You never know, because last time when it happened in 2000 during COVID, like 2020 bottom, and what happened that my portfolio during that time, silver mining portfolio, was from the bottom, like from November till April. Even though I had these same type of stocks that I discuss in my videos, Okay, so that those type of like very like micro cap stocks, because I used to be do that, but now I have diversified to a better, more like better companies, and not like major. I think I should do also include major like producing companies or big companies who are paying dividend. But in those companies which are paying dividends are major producers, I think they had huge run over the like last 2 years, because when this gold and silver price was, this rally has been going on for several years actually, without people noticing it. And those who are clever investors, for example Rick Rule, he mentions in his videos that he was heavily invested into major producers, and he took some of his he took some profit, like for 25 sold 25% of his positions in major in senior gold mining companies, gold and silver, and then reallocated that profit to junior companies. So that's what he did. He didn't sell all of his stocks, only sold 25%, as what he said in his videos. So and keeping all rest of it. Okay, so it's like if people, and same thing is happening with silver. If people, of course the market has to run, so some people have some to buy, and then other have to sell. This will, if it doesn't happen, if buying stops and selling has stops, how the market will move. So somebody has to sell and somebody has to buy. And who will sell actually, because people have been holding their silver for years. Okay, like let's say people who bought at $11, and when they are seeing it going to $70, of course the natural inclination is to take some profit, and that's why people have sold. So there are the correction that major, I would say, these are those corrections. For example, here let's say in there which was in October, like sharp correction of 20%, not the overall 20% of the like the gain from, I think it was 20% exactly, or 50, I don't I have to recalculate that. But there was this correction which it will looks like maybe 20% correction, okay, from this price. So what happens, it will happen, it will keep happening, and it will give opportunity to people who are like trying to buy, like it will offer buying opportunities. But yeah, depends on person. If somebody wants to take profit, for some of their holding, they would sell. Of course selling will happen and buying will happen, and price will keep going up. So yeah, I think for somebody who has never bought gold and silver, I would still recommend them to buy. Let's say for my own friends and family, I would recommend them, and I'm already recommending them to buy. I am not recommending like to people, like especially like my family friends. I would not, because I'm not asking them to buy stocks, because it's like a risky and you have to manage more. But then I would I am recommending them to buy like silver now. And the reason is that if they buy physical silver and they hold it, it's like you hold it and you feel like that is like, it's there. So it's like people are more confident when they are seeing this it's in their hand. And of course the way things are working, that not everybody has a lot of money, like average investors. So they will just like middle class people. So but they, by having a little bit of like investment, still is a good idea to keep buying, in small amounts, based on everybody's own like own circumstances. Okay, and like people who already have assets which are overpriced, I think it's a good, people who have asset, they already, and who know about how investing work, they might have already bought a long time ago. People who are already familiar with how investment cycle and how business cycle work. But anyways, it's a buy silver. silver is still a great buy, and then junior mining stocks are still have huge opportunities, because even when silver was like $30, most of the stocks, especially junior mining stocks, have been trading like silver, like they were trading when silver was $30 range, and still silver has moved a lot. And so there is still a lot more room for growth. Silver mining companies had a huge room to grow. So so if, let's say, if somebody thinks that okay, it's like cheap, is getting expensive now, or what will happen if it goes to $200-300 like range, let's say by 2026, by the end of 2026, which a lot of people, and even I am now thinking like that. It could happen very fast, the way it is moving, like 40% move in a year, in a month. So what will happen if it keeps happening like that? So even after the correction, there is still okay. Usually seasonal corrections are every quarter, like after every 2-3 months there is a correction. So, and then even in 1 month, if it goes to 40%, and if it keeps going up like that, so let's say from 72% it goes to, in the next month, if it goes another 40%, which will make it like one close to $100 range, okay. And then from 100, another 40%, which will make it $140, let's say $150, and then we can expect a correction at some point during that, let's say, a few months. And how big the correction is going to be, we need to be mentally ready for because it's volatile. Profit taking will cause the price to crash like at least 20%. It's like same like Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was moving. Let me bring the Bitcoin chart here, okay. Well, not to say that, but yeah, because we see 5-year chart Bitcoin, you can see it had volatile movement. See, like let's say it went from $50. Sorry, I'm not saying $50. I'm still talking in silver land, like prices. Okay, it's like $49,000. It was $49,000 in 2024 August. So, and from $49,000 it went to $100,000. Then from $100,000 it went like $109,000, and then it crashed to $74,000. And then it's $74,000. It has gone up. It went up to $126,000, and now is back to $86,000. And how low it is going to go, because it's so volatile, way more volatile than, I would say, let's go back to this percentage view. So we can see that, okay. So this is like a huge like drop, okay, huge drop. So if we say from this rally $87,000 to this, it went to $216. It has more than, like from this point, it has like gone through more than 50% correction. It's a huge correction. And how low it will go, nobody knows, okay. People are still, I mean, I'm not talking about Bitcoin. I'm not like a Bitcoin person, but yeah, I just keeping here for reference, how just to say that how volatile moves can be. But anyway, this is like I think silver is like real, okay, physical silver, and it has real like real supply deficit. So it's like not behaving like Bitcoin. There was a time like few years ago where it was quite correlated. Bitcoin and silver's move used to be correlated, but it's now, you can see, is like totally, silver is just doing its own thing. And this, I was showing this chart, okay. So, and then Bitcoin is acting more like a tech, like behaving like the tech sector. Okay, so the moves are different, okay. Now So yeah, the corrections in silver, I am saying, are not going to be as um, as huge, or like as like like big, um, as like Bitcoin. So it will be like this, could be like this. So from, let's say, 54 to $48, whatever. So but we are still in the very, very like huge bullish movement. Okay, and I would say, say $150, $200. Who knows? Just keep an eye on the market. And I see that's why it's good to follow. It's good to learn from listen to expert investor. And anyway, of course, you cannot make your investment decisions based on somebody's videos or what people are thinking. Everybody has their own like profit taking and investment and profit taking strategy. But it's still good to know what other people are doing, not just exactly follow what they are doing, but it's still, it opens up mind. Okay, so that's why it's good to be updated. And good to be updated. And I would say, before making any financial decisions, buying, I would say, silver, buying physical silver and physical gold, I don't think that people need to, just at this point where it's becoming rare and rare. I don't think I don't know, it's still a personal choice. But it's still a better idea to consult a financial advisor before making any investment. Okay, unless you are so confident about your decisions. So that's another, or educated about which sector you need to invest. So that's the thought of the day and excitement of the silver market. So when is it, what is going to happen tomorrow and by the year end? Yeah, I'm doing it here for now with my this chatting this Windows YouTube Studio. And I have to like integrate into my streaming software. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Who has posted Rainbow's Heaven has posted, and I totally agree with you that it should have been, because it has been suppressed so much, that it should be like much higher. And that's why you need to hold your investment. Don't let it don't just let it go. Okay, so I'll just close my this was a test stream that was just triggered by seeing silver trading at $72, and I forgot about my issues, and just, okay, I want to do the streaming, which I have been planning for ages, okay, but was not able to do it. But anyways, I made it today after a long time. And it will be like staying there. I will do some correction, maybe some editing in the beginning part, which I was just like testing. But anyway, thank you for like watching. I will close my chat here for now, and hope to see you soon, and hope to just pray for my health. And then hope to see you in the next live stream and in the next videos, where I would maybe just discuss about the stocks and the performance. I'm working on several other things, which includes developing some AI tools to find the best stocks and best trading opportunities. But anyway, this using TradingView also, but also developing my own tools. But being engaged in so many things is sometimes it's hard to manage things. But anyway, for me, it's like just life has to go on regardless of anything. We have to keep our energy levels high, and not think of any negativity. And the best way to overcome negativity is just to keep yourself, from what I find is this, is to just keep busy in things. Okay, so my last word are like just thank whoever. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting my channel through liking. The best way you can support my channel is like my video, post your comments, and share with your fellow investors. Okay, yeah, and this I'm posting videos on other channels, too, silver, gold, gold, silver investing, and have other ideas, because I don't want to just crowd my channel with random ideas. The ideas that keep coming to my mind, the thing is, because I am basically a what's that called, data scientist, and I do see the things in terms of data, so I do a lot of analysis and things like that. And I was thinking to post some AI related videos on this channel, which I might, but I just was thinking, I'm like still double minded about that, if I should post like videos related to AI tools. I have another channel that I'm going to dedicate to my, actually, two channels, which are just new channel, fresh channels for my AI experiments that I have been doing with Google Gemini, and different options, which are very useful for everyday person too, and I will talk about those things. Maybe I'll post some videos. I have already a lot of videos that are stacked in my have to be published related to AI, but I haven't done it, so I need to do that. But for now, like focusing just trying to manage my time to focus on my life and health issues. And there will be some interruptions, like for example today it was like an unplanned kind of stream, so I need to organize myself more. But I think, yeah, I'm in the near future, what I would say, there might be, I may not be able to do live streams, or may not be able to record, I don't know. If I have energy mentally, I would do that. I love reading, watching finance videos. I love working in to explore or to create AI tools for my own personal workflow, and to make life, my whatever, a lot of ideas that keep coming to my mind. I do experiments for around those ideas, and and I really want to keep working in that. But yeah, I will do that. This life will continue, and I will keep working on different things and keep sharing things that are AI related, that are related related to AI applications for finance. That's I want to do, and I will share that, but not for now. So yeah, so that's my thing for now. And thank you again for watching. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. Okay, and have a happy holidays. Even though I might post again, I never know. Just like this live stream, if there is something more exciting, I would just post again. I'll go through some latest news and things like that, and would do that, an overview of those things. But yeah, for now, enjoy your holidays, and remember me in your prayers, and like and share, like my videos, share, and share your thoughts in the comments below.